Hey, it's Camille and welcome to my place. Today I just watched JP Sears' new video on abortion and I wanted to give my thoughts on it. First of all, he's amazing and does so many amazing videos, and I'd love to see how he's transitioned in his thinking from liberal to conservative over the years and more Christian and everything, and so that's really awesome. But I wanted to say one thought, which is he was saying that he believes that abortion is basically like satanic and wrong and everything that I believe in. But he said if he got raped, if he was a woman that is, he would probably have an abortion. And so I thought, you know what, in the rare case he would see my video, I know that JP is open to new ideas and having his mind changed. And so I thought I would give my thoughts on why I don't think rape or any other atrocity should be a reason that we continue to let abortion be legal in America. So, number one reason is that no matter how you're conceived, it doesn't change your value as a human being. And also the other thing is to assume that because someone has a baby from rape, their life is ruined, and that God can't take a bad situation and turn it into a good situation. And the other thing is, two wrongs don't make a right. And so abortion is murdering an innocent child. And so the only time you ever have to remove a child from the womb in an abortive manner is an ectopic pregnancy, which is whenever the baby is formed in the fallopian tube, which it can't actually grow there. It's going to kill the mom and the baby if you don't remove the baby. And at this time in science, we don't have the technology or the ability to keep that baby alive at that young stage. And so it's very sad and it's very tragic to lose a child. And anyone who's had a miscarriage understands the pain of losing a child. And I haven't, I'm not married and I've never had any kids. So rape, first of all, rape only accounts for 1%, 0.3% to 1% of abortion, and 0.3% to 0.5% of abortions come from incest. And so those are horrible situations and no one should ever have to go through that. But if a baby is formed in these situations, there are options that don't include killing your baby, which for one will haunt a woman for the rest of her life. So you're not gonna ever forget killing your child, which is half you, right? And it's all God's. Parents are incubators of life and we support God's children, right? To become who they're supposed to be in life, hopefully. And so an interesting thing about even the rape argument is people think, oh my goodness, like if you are from that situation, like the woman's life is over and everything. Okay, well, let's say that someone just gets married and the guy divorces her or he dies. You know what I mean? She's now raising a kid as a single parent as well. And so you cannot ensure a great life for a kid because of how they come into the world. But with God, you can have an amazing life, and God can take a bad situation and turn it into good, just like he promises. And so if we really trust God, we believe in God, and we believe that abortion is evil, it's murder, and it's not the right thing ever, then we don't need to make exceptions for rape or incest or any other thing. And the other thing is, why are we encouraging people to murder their babies in these situations instead of, like they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure? Why don't we raise awareness for rape situations, how to not get raped, hopefully, you know what I mean? Not that you can prevent it all the time, but like for me, you know, my sister and I, we've traveled together, you know, for years. My sister carries mace. Once in a while I carry mace. You know, women, they say gun rights are women's rights. You know, and so I think a lot of people are understanding this now, or self-defense classes, or, you know, and the other thing that's horrible is sex trafficking happens, and what they do is they get girls addicted to drugs, and they also abort their babies, and they keep them stuck in the sex trafficking ring and everything. And so abortion is just horrible. It's used by horrible people. One thing I liked that JP said was that abortion is a globalist agenda to depopulate the earth. I don't think he said globalist, but that's who it is. They are wanting world population to go down, and they've stated this. You can see that abortion is one of their ways. They want infertility. They're doing it through birth control, and a lot of women are getting off birth control now. Abortions can also make you not be able to have more kids. It can also kill you. Women have died from having abortions before. And so it's not safe. It's not the right way, and it makes a woman go from being a victim of rape to being a murderer of her own baby. And for the rest of her life, anytime someone brings up abortion, she's gonna have this wound in her heart where she knows she killed her own baby. And I just talked to a lady just the other day, and she felt tricked into abortion because she didn't know, I guess when life begins or whatever it was. And she studied after she had her abortion. And she said she was 17 at the time. And she said, I didn't know, what was all going on and everything. And she said, I looked in and I researched, and she's a nurse now. And she said, I told God, if I ever have any more kids, I am going to keep them all, So now she has 5 kids, and she's starting a charity. She doesn't have a husband right now, but she's doing a charity. She's a nurse. She's doing well. And I'm just like, wow, like you don't know the future of someone's life. And so God definitely has forgiveness for people who have aborted their children, who've been tricked into it, or they weren't walking with God at the time. They didn't value human life. They didn't value their own child, which is so unnatural even for a woman to not value her child. But the devil is evil. He's getting in through propaganda, just like JP Sears says. He's propagandizing women and everybody to think that taking the life of a child is even like immoral. I think he said weaponized morality, where you get people to think that the wrong thing is the right thing, and that killing your baby is empowerment. And isn't empowerment like rising above your circumstances? He said it's not pretending the baby is not a baby so you can kill it. And the other thing is, I have so many women who cannot have children, and there are waiting lists for people who want little babies to raise them, good parents that just want children because they can't have their own. And there's lots of reasons, I'm sure, that women can't have children these days. Some women are just barren, which has been a problem throughout history, which God also heals barrenness, by the way. Our Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, their wives, Sarah, Rebecca, and Rachel, were all barren, and God heard from heaven and healed them. Hannah as well. She had Samuel. And so anyhow, don't kill your baby, please, because look at the stories also of amazing people who were almost aborted, or people who have gone through, even if they weren't almost aborted, like Joyce Meyer. She was repeatedly raped by her dad. She is now forgiven her dad. She moved past it. She's reaching 1 billion people a day, raising money, giving money to people all over the world that don't have food, don't have, beds and everything. And so like, you don't know the value of one person's life that you might eliminate and think, oh, this person shouldn't exist, or their parent shouldn't have to have them. But it's like, instead, like, trust the Lord with your life. Trust the Lord with your children. My mom, she had 8 kids. And she said, you know what? She was doing birth control at first, and then she had a few kids. She read a book called The Full Quiver by something Hess and his wife. The book said, give God the ability to choose the amount of kids you have. And so she said, David, I think that we should do this. And so they did. They had 8 kids, and Dad wanted 12 at the end of the time, and he didn't get 12. He got 8, and which is a lot, comparatively. But back in the day, people had 13. But anyhow, they had 5 miscarriages. They went to church. Someone said, whatever's wrong with your body, to my mom, you're going to be healed in the 10th step. So she just received it by faith. Right after that, she got pregnant with her 8th kid. Amazing. My little sister's awesome. She's musical. She's pro-life. She's godly. She's like sweet. She's smart. She's just like, wow, you know what I mean? And so you just never know what kid, is God's going to give you. Anyhow, abortion is never the answer. Violence is not the cure. So thank you guys so much. I just thought I would give my thoughts, and I'm so thankful that JP Sears is talking on abortion and exposing, he's the left's agenda with it, and showing how he has progressed to become more and more pro-life. And so I'm hoping that, he becomes completely pro-life, 100%, which is you value every human from conception, and you don't look at one baby as killable and one baby as, able to live because of how they came into the earth. So you can watch my blog, leave my blog at camillesjournal.com, and my name is Camille Harris on Instagram, Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. Also, I have a song called March for Life that I wrote with my sister, and it's on my Camille and Haley channel. I'm gonna link it in the comments below, whatever. It's going around Germany, which is pretty crazy. One of my friends told me that. And we are so excited about spreading the pro-life message around America and around the world, because this evil must end, and we get to be part of seeing that happen. Just like slavery, which is a horrible offense against human rights, this is the next human rights issue of our day, and it is abortion, and it will end in the name of Jesus. So thank you guys. God bless you. Bye.